Help me reach 1,000 subscribes. Support the video with a like and leave your thoughts in the comments. I read every comment. Thanks. I told Emily the truth in the calmest voice I could manage, the kind of calm that holds a storm behind it. She was pacing across the living room, her blonde hair tied in a messy knot, her phone buzzing nonstop in her hand. I'd never seen her so distracted, so absorbed by something she refused to explain. I said, I'm serious. Whatever you're doing, whoever you're talking to, it's not safe. You need to stop. She actually laughed. Daniel, you're being dramatic. It's just a group chat. But it wasn't just a group chat. I had seen enough glimpses on her screen to know something was wrong. Strange usernames. Messages appearing at odd hours. One night, I'd woken up at 3 a.m. to find her sitting in the hallway, phone glowing in her hands, whispering into the dark. And that morning, when she brushed past me without a word to go lock herself in the bathroom, something cold settled in my gut. I didn't want to accuse her of anything, so I warned her instead. If you keep talking to them, something bad is going to happen. She rolled her eyes. You sound like my dad. But I wasn't trying to control her. I was trying to protect her. Emily wasn't careless. She wasn't reckless. She was the kind of woman who organized grocery lists by aisle numbers and still checked both ways at an empty intersection. So whatever pulled her into this thing, whatever kept her glued to her phone, it had to be something that didn't look dangerous, at least not at first. Later that night, she came into the bedroom long after I pretended to fall asleep. I heard the soft click of her phone being plugged in, the sigh she always made when she was tired, and then the silence she slipped into when she didn't want me to know she'd been crying. She thought she hid it well. She didn't. In the dim morning light, I found her standing by the kitchen counter, staring at her phone like the screen had personally betrayed her. Her face was pale, her hands trembling slightly as she scrolled through something she refused to show me. Emily, I said softly, just tell me what's going on. But she locked the phone and put it face down. Nothing, just work stuff. Work stuff didn't text you at 3:17 a.m. Work stuff didn't require you to delete all your notifications before anyone could see them. Work stuff didn't make you jump every time your phone buzzed. That night, after she fell asleep, I walked into the living room to clear my head. Her phone buzzed on the coffee table, 3 times rapid, urgent. I didn't touch it. I didn't even move closer. But I saw the preview light up the screen. Don't ignore us. You promised. We're waiting. Tonight, or everything changes. My mouth went dry. I didn't know who we was. But I knew Emily wasn't the kind of person anyone should be sending messages like that to. In the morning, I confronted her gently. You need to block them. All of them. Whatever you promise, break it. I'm telling you, this isn't right. Her reaction chilled me. She didn't argue. She didn't laugh it off. She froze. Then, almost mechanically, she whispered, I can't. It's not that simple. Why? Tell me why. She didn't. Instead, she grabbed her phone, her bag, her coat, and rushed out the door like she was running late for something she dreaded but had no choice in. That was the last normal moment between us. Because the next morning, sunlight barely creeping through the blinds, I found her sitting on the edge of the bed, back straight, hands limp in her lap, eyes wide open like she'd been staring at the wall for hours. Her phone lay beside her, the screen cracked down the center, as if she'd dropped it or thrown it. Emily? I whispered. Are you okay? She didn't blink, didn't turn her head, didn't look at me. Talk to me. But her lips didn't part, not even a twitch. It was as if something had taken her voice while she slept. I touched her shoulder gently. She flinched so violently she nearly fell off the bed. Emily, I said again, my own voice shaking now, please say something. Nothing, not a sound. She opened her mouth, slow, strained, trembling, and only air came out. No words, just a silent, terrified gasp. And in that moment, I realized my warning wasn't just ignored, it was already too late. Emily wouldn't look away from the wall. Her pupils were blown wide, her breath shallow and shaky, like someone waking from a nightmare they weren't sure had ended. I knelt in front of her and gently lifted her chin, trying to anchor her back into the room, back into herself. Emily, what happened? Her throat bobbed, but again nothing came out. Not a whisper, not a sound. Her eyes flicked toward her cracked phone and then away just as quickly, as if the sight of it physically hurt her. I picked it up. The screen flashed once, flickered, and then a single notification slid across the top. We warned you. No name, no number, no contact photo. Just those 3 words. My heart lurched. I looked at Emily. She shook her head violently, tears streaming down her cheeks, clawing at my hand until I put the phone down. You don't want me to touch it? A frantic nod. Did they do something to you? Another nod, small, trembling, terrified. I felt a wave of anger I didn't recognize rise in my chest. I had warned her, begged her, and now she was sitting in front of me like this, mute, shaking, hollowed out from inside. I needed answers. I needed to know who they were. When I stepped into the hallway to get some water, her phone buzzed again. Once, twice, 3 times. I spun around. Emily slapped her hands over her ears and cowered like a child hiding from thunder. I rushed back to her and grabbed the phone with a towel, flipping it over as notifications kept flashing. You broke the deal. You were told what would happen. Fix it. Tonight. I didn't know if these were threats, blackmail, psychological manipulation, or something much darker, and I didn't care. I just knew Emily was falling apart. She reached for the phone, but not to take it. She motioned frantically for me to throw it away. Okay, I whispered. Okay, I'll get rid of it. Her breathing slowed just a little. Her shoulders loosened. She closed her eyes like she finally had a moment of relief, until something strange happened. The phone buzzed again, but the screen stayed black. A single vibration, then another, then constant, rapid pulses as if someone or something was trying to force its way through a dead device. I dropped it. Emily's breath hitched into a sharp, panicked whimper. I'm taking you somewhere safe, I said, grabbing her coat. We're leaving this house. Now. She didn't respond with words. She couldn't, but she didn't resist when I pulled her up to her feet. Outside, the cold air bit our skin. The sun was bright, the world impossibly normal. A dog barking down the street. A man scraping frost off his windshield. 2 kids on bikes racing each other. Yet Emily clung to my arm like the world behind us was collapsing. When we got into the car, she rested her forehead against the window and closed her eyes again, tears slipping down her cheeks silently. I reached for her hand. She squeezed mine weakly, like she was trying to say something she couldn't form. Just nod or shake your head, I said gently. I'll ask questions. You don't have to speak. She nodded. Were these people blackmailing you? Hesitation, then a soft nod. Did you know them? A quick shake. They contacted you first? Another nod. Did you send them anything? Her breathing sped up, and she squeezed her eyes shut. Then, slowly, she nodded. What kind of thing? Pictures? Messages? She shook her head hard. Not that. Money. Another shake. Then what did you give them? She opened her eyes and wrote one trembling word with her finger against the fog window. Access. A tremor went through me. Access to what? She erased the fog with her sleeve and wrote again. Me. I felt the temperature in the car drop, even though the heater was on. Emily, what do you mean? Before she could write again, her phone, cracked, dead, abandoned on the back seat, lit up on its own. She froze. I froze. A notification pulsed on the black screen, like a heartbeat. You can't run. Bring her back. Emily let out a soundless cry, clutching her throat as if something inside was tightening, pulling, demanding. Her body jolted forward, and she grabbed my arm with a desperation I'd never seen before. I didn't think. I just acted. I grabbed the phone, opened the car door, and hurled it into the street. It shattered against the asphalt, but the screen still lit. She belongs to us. Emily's entire body went rigid. Her nails dug into my skin. Her mouth opened in a silent scream, and then she collapsed against me, shaking violently. I held her, whispering her name over and over, promising I wouldn't let anything take her. But deep inside, I knew the truth. Whatever she'd become entangled with, whatever she had given access to, it wasn't just digital. It wasn't just malicious. It was something that had already crossed a line we couldn't see. And it wasn't planning on letting go.